For over 800 years, Rome stood as the heart of a vast empire, unshaken, invincible. But in 410 CE, one man shattered that illusion. Alaric, king of the Visigoths, led his warriors to the gates of the eternal city, and history would never be the same. The rise of Alaric. Alaric was born around 370 CE, a prince of the Visigoths, a people long at the mercy of the Roman Empire. For centuries, Rome used the Goths as allies, warriors for hire. But the Visigoths were not Romans. They were outsiders, barbarians as the empire called them. Alaric grew up watching his people struggle under Roman rule. He became a warrior, fighting in the Roman army, even serving under the great general Theodosius I. But deep inside, he knew the Visigoths deserved more than just a place in Rome's armies. They deserved a home of their own. A leader rises. When Emperor Theodosius died, the Roman Empire was divided, east and west. The Visigoths, left without a leader, turned to Alaric, who saw an opportunity to fight for his people. In 395, Alaric declared himself king of the Visigoths and led his people on a desperate quest for land and security. But Rome was not willing to give it freely. War with Rome. Alaric led raids deep into Roman lands, testing the empire's strength. He marched on Greece, sacking cities and forcing the Eastern Roman Emperor to negotiate. Rome's solution? Gold. They paid Alaric to leave, but he wanted more. He wanted a homeland for his people. The Western Roman Emperor, Honorius, refused to negotiate. He saw Alaric as just another barbarian to be crushed. But Rome had made a mistake. Alaric was no mere warlord. He was a strategist, and he had a plan. The Siege of Rome. In 408 CE, Alaric led his army to the very heart of the empire, Rome itself. He laid siege to the eternal city, starving its people, waiting for Rome to break. Panic spread inside the walls. The proud city, untouched for centuries, was on the verge of collapse. The Senate tried to buy him off, and Alaric accepted, for now. But Rome had already lost its aura of invincibility. The sack of Rome, 410 CE. 2 years later, Rome refused to honor its promises. Alaric had enough. On August 24th, 410 CE, his forces entered the city. For 3 days, the Visigoths looted Rome, stripping it of treasures, but sparing its people. Unlike other conquerors, Alaric showed restraint. The city was plundered, but bloodshed was minimal. Even St. Peter's Basilica was left untouched. Alaric was not just a destroyer. He was making a statement. For the first time in 800 years, Rome had fallen to an enemy. The unthinkable had happened. The death of Alaric and his legacy. But Alaric's victory was short-lived. He set his sights on North Africa, hoping to establish a Visigothic kingdom. However, fate had other plans. Just months after sacking Rome, Alaric fell ill and died. His men, determined to honor him, buried him in secrecy. Legend says they diverted a river, buried him beneath its waters, and then killed the workers to keep his final resting place a mystery. The impact of Alaric. Alaric's sack of Rome was a turning point. Though Rome would endure for a few more decades, its myth of invincibility was shattered. His people would go on to build a new kingdom in Spain, shaping medieval Europe. Alaric was not just a barbarian. He was a king who proved that even the mightiest empires could fall. And when Rome burned, it was his name that echoed through the centuries. Want to uncover more legendary warlords and their impact on history? Subscribe to the Historiae.